Good morning.
Or afternoon if you're in Europe or some other part of the world.
Hmm. So we are off. We'll be starting the Cap Kingdom, which is deceivingly difficult because just like the movement, there's a lot of little things that you can optimize in this part of the game.
Yeah, even though it's only a couple minutes long, doesn't mean it's easy.
No, and a lot of people get tripped up. So
A lot of bonks can happen.
lots of things you wouldn't expect to be able to bonk on. But here we go. So there's a little triple jump that you can do here to get over the thing, and then you dive. You get another cutscene. This is the part that trips up a lot of people. Getting up to this bridge. There's a lot of different ways to approach it. That was a pretty safe way from Thejkb. I'm curious, like everyone always points out if somebody's in English or not. I wonder if anyone's actually lost a race due to language differences yet. Oh, falling into the water. That's okay, because he got the frog pretty easily.
Yeah, and this is the first capture of the game, which is a thing that we use to do a lot of different movement options and skips within this game.
Mm-hmm. The capture mechanic is kind of the main mechanic of this game. Oh, we're seeing reverse Cap Kingdom here. Oh, okay, he got it. Okay, I was a little worried there when he landed on that. Seeing both runners in the captain or whatever his name is fight. Hatter, whatever.
Hopper or something?
Chopper, that's it. Hat guy. They're all hat guys, but
green hat guy.
yeah. Seeing a little bit of a jump, which is gonna let him get into that pull a little bit quicker because he'll be in the air already. That's a small optimization from Muffer. Yeah, I mean, it's a free 15 seconds, but until you actually lose a race by 15 seconds, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to pay an extra amount of money, as far as I've been told. You can get the language change for free. I don't know why you're not doing it. It's not like you're doing complicated menus in this game. But there's the first true Power Moon. These are the stars of this game.
I think this is the first Mario game that you can like freely change whatever language you can without getting a separate copy of the game.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe people should. I just assumed it was language locked. I know that like I could have just it's a lot easier and you can just buy it in the Japanese e-store. Praise Nintendo for that one. I don't know why he spun his cap. He almost fell off too. I would have been devastated. Oh, Bont's on the ascent here. Gets back up though. And gets the capture without landing on the dinosaur ledge. So this is the first kind of hard jump of the game. You have to get like the dinosaur's left foot onto that trampoline that you break. And then you basically just sequence break by hitting the cutscene trigger or landing on the thing. I don't think Muffer doesn't have it. Oh, he does. Never mind. It's hard to tell.
I don't think I've ever seen that set up before.
That was interesting. Looks like he's... I mean, we don't have a timer, but it looks like he's about like a sequence away. That they're about one attack apart.
Yeah, there's usually not too much separation within the first two kingdoms, you know,
Yeah.
usually. within like 30 seconds at most.
The only time that there's a huge separation is if somebody fails dinosaur skip. Okay, now they've both got their fourth moon, quote unquote, as a multi-moon, and they're gonna have to get one more moon to finish up this area. So to do that, now that that boss is down, this moon appears, and we can grab it just by doing a series of jumps. And there we go.
If you notice in the upper left corner, there's you can see by circles how many moons you have, and then the ones that are kind of like, it's like a dashed circle. That's how many you know that you have to get before you can move on to the next kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
I think the most that you need is 20.
Yep, Metro Kingdom's 20.
The least is 3, I think, if I'm remembering correct.
No, at least is 5 tied between. No, just yeah, at least it's 5. This world. We just only technically get 3 because one of them is a multi-moon. Bowser's Kingdom's pretty low too. I think it's only 6. Except that world doesn't tell you how many you need. You'll just get to a point and it will tell you that you need more stars, that you need more moons, and it won't tell you beforehand. So if you just rush to that place, but generally, once you get there casually, that probably won't happen. So.
Oh, I was kind of thinking of a Ruins where you have that boss fight.
Oh, right. I don't even think of Ruins as a kingdom, honestly. There's one bonus moon. It's like a secret area almost. It's treated almost the same. It's got one extra moon and then that's it. So. Yeah, they're about a power moon apart. See if either of them gets the. Yep, we're gonna see the. Oh, did he miss? I can't tell if he missed or not.
I think he missed.
Oh, that's a huge time loss. Oh no, he got it. Okay. So he's doing it now, but falling off there kind of lost him a bunch of time. We're seeing.
It looks like both runners are going for early bird.
Yeah. Okay, so one of the harder early chits in the game was actually just done by Thejkb, and that was the arc light skip. You're supposed to get that moon by like riding a wire after you beat the first boss of this area, but we're not even gonna beat that boss. We're just gonna be collecting a bunch of moons because this place is very dense when it comes to moons. And he didn't let the bullet bill explode, so he's gonna be able to grab this bullet bill. And capturing bullet bills reset their timer the first time you capture them. So we're gonna shake and we're gonna grab this moon right here. This is actually one of the more recent route changes. It wasn't implemented that long ago. It was just before the tournament, I think. Oh, he didn't look at the sheep while it got blown away. That moon's great for that.
There's so many different sand rails, it's hard to keep track of them all sometimes.
Oh, no way. Are we going to see? Oh! He got it like second try. Insane. Okay, that's like the one and only like skip in any percent. You skip doing the statue. Luckily, the game just like kind of ejects you from the statue. You're not like stuck. That'd be unfortunate if you were. You'd have to like get a checkpoint earlier in the map. So I mean, that's a huge time save. Because the route where you get that first or second try is really good. He's probably
Interesting
gonna
that he
skip
did it
notes.
doing it in a race too, because you know
Yeah.
sometimes you go for a little bit safer strats.
No, I mean he was confident. He just went right up there. He had no reservations. Yeah, he won't have to do notes. That's for sure. He'll have more than enough moons. Or maybe he will do notes. I'm not sure. I'm trying to figure out how many. He's got 3 moons left. 4 moons left. Oh, kind of misses that. He also, because he does Sphinx, he's going to have more than enough money. So he'll be doing snow first rather than seaside first. Which I believe saves time because you have to menu to do seaside.
Yeah, it's like 1.5 seconds or something like that.
Oh man, his JKB's movement is insane. I did not look up these runners' PBs beforehand, but I feel like we got two.
JKB had a 1:11, I think.
Oh.
And I can't find Mutter's time.
Okay. Well, that's a very big difference. Oh, he gets the bird. Yeah, so he's not going to do notes. He hasn't gotten the bird yet. Okay, this is really cool. He like got up to that other moon to fall onto the other moon. That's wow. JKB's got some great movement. I assume he's first seed in his group. Yeah, Mashi, I wasn't sure if he had gotten the bird yet. I had missed his start because I was watching Mutter. But yeah, he hadn't gotten the bird yet, so he had really, really good tech.
Yeah, that was definitely a really, really solid Sand Kingdom by JKB.
Yep. Like that's like an 11:45 like chin sound. I don't know. It depends on where you do timing. Some people do timing based on like the restoring the power, or some do it by the map. Everyone does it a little differently. Makes it more exciting when watching multiple runners in the same day do world record attempts. Never know who's actually on pace. I'm actually surprised no one's done an auto splitter based on like the image on screen. Did you even do that? That would be useful for this game. He doesn't even need to get that extra money there. He's just gonna go for these moons.
It appears that Mutter's best time in the tournament is a 1:34:30.
Oh. I hope he's been practicing because that's a huge difference. And I mean, it shows that JTB is a good runner. Okay, you have to be careful because I think you didn't talk to Dory, or at the very least, Dory can be annoying. It's there's nobody on Dory in this world, so.
I don't know a Mario game where Dory is not annoying.
That's true. At least this time she gives you free moons.
True. And now Mutter is done with Sand Kingdom.
Oh no. Okay, but he gets the. Oh no. I thought he was gonna have the fishless recovery. Yeah, he gets it. There we go. A little bit of a rough sequence break there. Makes up for it with a really quick start to the first hit of Cletus. And there he goes. Perfect fight.
One thing I like about the fights in this, a lot of the brutal fights, is that there's like a kind of like a casual way to do it, and there's kind of like a faster speedrunning way to do it.
Yeah,
well.
all the boss fights have that. Like every single one, except for the Dradian. That's why the Dradian is a bad fight. The Dradian. Well, I guess we damage boost on the Dradian, so it's not the worst. Actually, you want a deceivingly hard trick is doing the sequence break in Seaside. Like there's 2, but people don't really talk about. People don't really talk about the first one. I don't know how he's gonna need to think of some Oh no, he's up there. It's really hard to tell because his screen is the way we're watching him. It's hard to tell like the elevation or whatever, like his height. And
I
here's
think he might be doing using a webcam. Just
yes, he is. Yo, of course, yeah, and that's obvious. It's just hard to tell sometimes where he is because it's curved. Oh, he captures the run, cheap. So here's Wooded Kingdom, one of the less interest. Well, no, it's actually super interesting. It's just like the route is super static for this kingdom.
I think there was like 2 basic routes for Wooded.
Then there was like that third attempt at like Deep Woods because nobody actually wanted to do like some of the tricks in Wooded, but Deep Woods is super slow, and you can't teleport back to the Odyssey when you're done. So Deep Woods, for people who don't know, is an area underneath parts of Wooded Kingdom. It is a dark area with a dinosaur roaming around and pretty much nothing to do. A few moons. The biggest downside though is when you fall down there, it's like worse than a death because you have to like bring a seed to a flower and then climb like a really tall like branch or sorry vine, and then you get back to the area where you can teleport to the Odyssey. It is awful. Ooh, not getting the fast topper strat. There it goes.
Sometimes I want to call Wooded Kingdom Nut Kingdom because that's what's half the moons it feels like are.
Well, there are nuts in the woods. What was Thejkb doing with his hat? Was that like a weird camera thing? That's so cool. I don't know why he threw his hat there, but. Yeah, another theme in this game is that these secret areas usually have 2 moons in them, which is why we end up going to a lot of them. They'll have a secret moon or a chest moon, and then another moon in it. So, oof, not the cleanest flooded water pipe. But.
I think one of the best kingdoms to kind of sell out the 2 moons in the secret areas is probably Snow.
Oh yeah, because it's got those 4 side areas and all of them have 2 moons.
Yeah.
Yeah. Metro's another one. It's just got tons of small areas. And even like some areas that don't have 2 moons, they'll always have 1. Like if it's a story like platforming area. Good example is the sewers. I hope Thejkb's not listening and we're like psyching him out by commentating how good he's been playing. There's a few mistakes in the early part of Wooded, although Wooded is a difficult kingdom, so I don't even put it past him.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if he golded his Sand Kingdom, though.
Yeah, that was a clean Sand Kingdom. That was like a
something
really
I want to ask him when if he comes in for an interview.
It was what was it like? It was like a 14-minute or something Sand Kingdom. That was insane. You don't love how you can see like all these runners, and they could easily, if they put in the time, like easily get like in the top like 10 of this game. The problem is that in the top 10 of a game with over like 700 people, it's very hard. Even if only like 300 of those people are actually competitive time, although in this game it's closer to 400. Like who are all like, if they put in the time, could be competitive. Ooh, misses the triple jump there, but he's still gonna go for it. He gets it. This is gonna be just fine. So he used what's called spark dash or spark rolling, which is a trick that you ground pound and then roll as to, like within a spurt amount of time. It gives you a huge burst of speed. So you use that plus a triple jump to like basically carry that momentum to cross that cap. The hardest part of that trick is like getting the timing of the jump so that you get your triple jump on the railing.
I'm honestly surprised how many people have ran this game, considering how new it is.
I mean, it's one of like 4 amazing games on the Switch. I mean, there's more good games than that, but
because the Switch is very new too, and there's a lot of people that waiting for Christmas to get their Switch. So there's a lot of runners now.
I'm excited to see like a bunch of teenage runners like start running on like Christmas Day. Like, no offense to teenagers, but I assume that a lot of them might be waiting for their parents to let them open it on Christmas, right? So like,
yeah. So I mean, I could see another like 100 runners plus, just pop up.
And then there will be like maybe another burst of runners, when the game if the game gets bundled, like if Nintendo ever decides to do the smart thing and I guess if they release more of the bundles and maybe lowered the price. Like, give the game for free with the system. Don't charge $100 extra for this bundles. And that was Puke Guy. He has no other name because his other name is really bad. So it's Puke Guy. And his boss fight is like by far the easiest, I think. It's also like the least technical when it comes to speed wise. Okay, and Mutter going through the inside like kind of platforming area. Oh, did he lose his buddy? He did, but that's intentional. So now he's out. Gonna do the sequence break so he doesn't have to go through the rest of the inside area. Now, the game wants you to believe that we're going to Metro, but we have to make a stop in Sky Kingdom to fight Bowser. And lots of runners. Lots of runners have died right here. Like, I've seen so many runs just like, oh, whoops, bonked on the edge. Okay, so he did the like very, very, very fast first hit there. I don't even know how you do that, but he apparently does. There are some ways that you can like as you can see here, he's got like pretty good mastery over this boss fight. Oh, he was trying to guess where Bowser would end up. Oh! Doesn't get whatever trick he's trying to do. Okay. Oh
no, because he might die with only.
Yeah, I think he has to do this legitimately now. Yeah. That was really swayed if he had gotten all 3. But Bowser kept stealing his cap back. That was super swayed first 2 hits. And Mutter just finished doing the rest of Wooded, just like the last little bit, which is this tower, and then the boss fight. And this is Wooded, one of the more technical kingdoms, at least like routing wise. So there's a forced cutscene normally, where you get your cap stolen by the bird Klepto. Now the problem with that is that without Cappy, you can't finish the area, so you don't want Cappy to be stolen, because you don't want cutscenes. So we basically move around the bat side of this area to get the 10 moons. We also trigger the second part of Klepto's sequence here, tricking Klepto into thinking he has the cap, so he doesn't bother you as much. At least the area where he'll bother you is shorter. Oh, yeah, gotta make sure that you trigger him before going down to the bottom area, as far as I know.
Now it looks like Mutter isn't done with Wooded and moving on to Bowser fight.
Mm-hmm. The hardest trick in this kingdom, there's two. One is the triple jump on the palm tree. That is like generally considered quite difficult. The other one is if you try to do damageless. Oh, she's trying to like dive in that little cave, but keeps getting bonds there. So you can get this without dying, and it saves a little bit of time. So the way that cap bounces work is that you only get one cap bounce, and then you get one cap dive, so you don't rebounce on the cap infinitely. But what happens with that is that whenever you get a moon, it resets that. So you basically reset your cap jump by grabbing the moon, and then jump right back out of it.
This is not actually the first time in a Mario game where we use a triple jump off a palm tree to do a skip. If you remember in Super Mario Galaxy and Beach Bowl, you can do that as well.
Yeah. It's just Nintendo, like actually liking speedruns. No, it's probably not intentional at all. Although this game being open-ended is very intentional, and it just happens to work out very well as a speed game.
Definitely.
That's why when I always like, I don't know, I always have a bad reaction to devs who come into like speedrun forums and they're like, how do I make my game a good speedrun? And it's like the number one suggestion is always make a good video game. It's not, these aren't like make a good video game and give us the option to skip cutscenes. That's like the only thing.
They're usually the better games are better speedruns for the most part.
I mean, the only exception is if you're making a JRPG. It's actually pretty hard to make a good speedrun JRPG, but JRPG speedrunners will just run them anyway. So.
Or you have some really old game that's just basically broken because of.
Yep. Oh yeah, there's tons
technology.
of bad. There's also bad video games that are really good speedruns. It's usually just their coding is awful.
Yeah.
It just happens to make a good speed game, like Animorphs. There are plenty of bad games. But trust me, you don't want to be on that side of the spectrum. If you're making a video game for speedrunners, you don't want to be on that. It's so bad and broken. It just happens to be a fun speedrun.
I know people run like putt and because it's like takes like what, like 2 minutes or something stupid.
So Thejkb is coming to the first boss fight in Metro, actually the only one too in this speedrun. We're playing where we're doing world peace. So this is Mecha Riddler.
Wiggler?
Yeah. So there's ways to optimize
on a boss fight?
No.
OTEP's hard to start on the game. What are you talking about?
So there is ways. Oh, sorry. So there is ways to optimize this fight. That's primarily just making his teleports like basically the shortest possible. So you just want Mecha Riddler to end up in the corner and then teleport to the corner. So the shorter the time he spends out, the better. Now, 2-cycle in this fight is annoying, difficult, and stupid. And he got it. There we go.
I don't think either of these runners are doing nipple percent.
No. No
I don't
memes here, boys.
I don't know if anyone has ever actually done nipple percent.
Yeah, it's a leaderboard. So he gets the tap teleport. Now we get the Metro proper. We're in Metro Day now. What?
Looks
I've
like
never seen
Mutter's
this.
having some trouble with the last moon.
Oh yeah. I've never seen that that motorbike then. Huh. Cool. That means that Moonlight not the worst moon in the game. It's still pretty bad, but it's not the worst moon in the game. Bench friends. Yeah. Gets it without the lawn animation. Oh.
Yeah, Mutter definitely really having some trouble getting the last star in Lost Kingdom.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's really hard once you miss it. To get it again without triggering Klepto. Oh, is he going for a different one? Yeah. I'm not sure where he's going. I can't tell. He isn't trying to like go all the way around again, is he? I'm not sure where he is. Oh, yeah, this is a different place.
Looks like he's going for a backup moon.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen the motorbike trick yet. That's really cool. Makes that mood way better.
Nice ground pound on the spot where the moon is.
Oh, did he intend to fall there? I guess so.
And one thing that, if you notice, JKB threw his hat before he hit the ground. That's so he didn't have the animation of Mario kind of like stuttering, you know, before he actually can actually control him again.
He kind of has like a shivers down his spine kind of animation. Very clean alleyway from JKB.
It's kind of nice that at least you don't take damage from falling, like in SMC4.
Considering we have 3 hearts in this game, it's very nice. Yow!
Mutter having some problems with this jump, trying to get on top of the building.
Yeah, yeah, there he goes. You gotta hit the. I swear some people don't. Oh no, he didn't get it. Almost falls too. That would have been very bad. There he is. He's on top, and he is considerable amount behind. Please give your PIO tips in chat if you have them.
webcam. I've actually had to stream on webcam before, so you know, it's what you got to do sometimes when you have a tournament like this and you don't have, the money for a capture card. If you want to help Mooter out with capture card, you could donate to him and give him the money for it. Help a runner out.
Okay, so interesting. Speaking of Pi-O tip that I mentioned earlier, I think, unless I was muted by accident, Thejkb got a moon that was actually, for the longest time, nobody knew that you, or the longest time, for a couple of weeks, we didn't know that that moon was even there, like during this part of the game. But it turned out that I Ate Your Pie was routing, and I stumbled upon that. So that's everyone can contribute to this. Like most moons have been like if one moon's found here or this optimization found there by somebody. Like a lot of the times, top runners aren't the ones to find these tricks.
Yeah, definitely, and a lot of tricks are found out by people that task the game as well. So I don't even think anyone's even attempted to do that. So I mean, there's probably a lot of skips that can be found. Once someone decides to do it.
Well, we're not going to see a task anytime soon. You kind of need an emulator for that.
So you could see the any % time go down once, whenever that happens. That could be years from now, though.
I mean, the biggest issue with this game is that there's no real way to sequence break. Like, you still have to get all these moons. Like, the only kind of breaks that we could find are ways to get into areas in a world slightly early. But that area has to have moons, because even if you activated a painting early somehow, like all the painting areas that you get teleported to, like, that do get you to an area early, they all, like, bubble you back. So, like, I don't know if those would even be, like, viable as places to skip. So, unfortunately.
Skip right to Moon Kingdom. Wouldn't that be nice? Mooter now on the Mecha Wiggler.
Yeah, and we've got the Goomba puzzle here. Not much of a puzzle, but there's only exactly enough Goombas to get that moon. So you have to actually die to get the Goomba back. This tip is pretty sweet, though. Okay, so moving on to the final area that we'll do in Snowden, we're just going to get the one, like, extra moon in this area. And then that's all we need. So before we had to complete this area, you would do a jump down, like, back around. But now we don't have to do that because we found Captain Toad.
Thank you, Captain Toad. Definitely a fan favorite by many.
Mm-hmm. Our next destination is Seaside, the other part of this fort. Mutter still making his way through Metro. See if he does RC cars normally. Yep. And gets it pretty fast too.
Interesting route to get up to the trash moon by Mutter.
Yeah. Well, but whatever works, works.
What I think would be really interesting is if some, humongous Mario fan that's also like was like an architect or something and designed a city that was actually like New Donk City. That would be kind of cool. And in Seaside, you can see that Thejkb is using the Cheep Cheep, which is the fastest way to do underwater movement.
Okay, so yeah, Seaside, going Seaside fast for last is slightly faster. The reason why you do it first is because it has a bunch of like basically forced coins in a bunch of these hallways. So you basically get all the coins you need by doing this area.
You can get about 50 coins pretty easily in Seaside Kingdom.
It's just if you don't get the Sphinx, basically.
Moving on to Luncheon Kingdom, or Luncheon Kingdom.
So Luncheon is my least favorite kingdom. I just don't like the aesthetic, mainly. I don't know. It felt like the rest of the game had like a really cohesive, minus the few realistic areas. It's like this. If I had one complaint about Odyssey, actually, it would probably be the art style is like inconsistent, and that's it. Which is like a pretty small complaint in the scheme of things.
I think maybe they're going for a variety, you know, different
Yeah.
kind of art styles depending on the different kingdoms.
I don't know. There's something to be said about having the same art style consistent across everything, like in Sunshine or Galaxy for the most part. I mean, the space aesthetic kind of sticks around, even if each planet's a little different.
Yeah, from what I've heard about Luncheon Kingdom is that either people really like it or they really hate it. It's not really much in between. If you like memes, there's actually it's not faster at all. It's very slow. People call it a vegetarian or vegan route where you skip the cheese and the meat.
That is that doesn't sound fast.
It's not fast.
One of those are multi-moons, so I was like, you have to find 4 other moons? I think the thing I don't like is that so many of the moons are like these, like, in like underground ground pound moons, and I don't know. I don't like those kinds of moons in this game. I prefer like platforming challenges and like seeing a moon and then being like, how the heck do I get there?
So you kind of feel like it's a little bit too easy to get some of the moons in a sense.
A little. It's too easy to get them once you know where they are, but like finding them is very annoying because they're not actually shown anywhere. That's just my piece. I just think Luncheon is the worst design, like throughout. But like, other like the food aesthetic is cool. Like the idea of having a lava kingdom not be actually lava is somewhat neat. I just wish less moons were these hidden under the ground moons. That's all.
There's definitely a lot of those throughout the entire game. I don't know what percentage it would be, but definitely a lot. I would say probably at least 15% of the moons are like that.
Yeah, I think that's like, I've seen a lot of people complain about the lack of variety in this game, but then I think they just kind of forget that there's 880 unique moons in this game. So I think at some point they were going to duplicate, which I think is fine. I actually kind of like the post game where you get to do like a bunch of challenges. Oh my gosh, Spinies are the worst. You didn't even get it. Spinies are the worst.
Spiny mini games are the worst as well. Spinies are just annoying.
Oh, I don't think Mutter had enough money. He actually had to go back to the shop to buy a moon. He must not have collected enough money in Seaside.
Can we please stop the harassment of people that don't have capture cards?
Seriously, this commentator doesn't. I mean,
yeah, I don't have a capture card.
That's not the reason why I didn't enter either. I just didn't enter because I didn't have time to practice. Mutter's much braver than I am. I give props to Mutter. Anyone who decides to run this tournament without a capture card, I think freaking huge props to them.
Yeah, I've done the tournaments.
Oh, nice! I love that skip
before, you know, as well. You know, so I mean, I definitely know how it is. You know, awesome that he's just even doing the tournament. You know, anyone then that is speedrunning and decides to have that courage to, you know, do a tournament on this platform. You know, it's just incredible.
Oh! Oh no! Oh, he's dead. Oh no. is he gonna go from here? Is he back at the Odyssey? Okay, no, right secret area. Good, okay. Not the worst. How far behind is he now? Oh my gosh. Deaths in Luncheon are frustrating. Oh, he wasn't too far away. Yeah, that's not too bad.
This is probably the easiest multi-moon in the game. And if it isn't, it's definitely one of the easiest.
And you at based? Oh no, sorry. It's hard to tell what pace he's on because he doesn't have a full timer. Obviously, he's got it in the little corner there. Which is why, if anyone's been wondering why his time is like looks super weird on the layout, why it changed colors, if you just look at the bottom there, he has a see-through timer at the bottom right corner of his screen, which I didn't notice for the longest time. I didn't notice that till like a long time in. Actually curious, because he's had a really good run here with a few mistakes. I'm curious to see if he has his splits on speed gaming. Oh, he doesn't. Oh wait, oh, he doesn't even run splits. Even in his videos, he doesn't run splits. That's a smart way to run this video game. Actually, I'm gonna be honest. I think running without splits is a smart way sometimes. It means that you won't quit if you're like, you won't quit because you're behind by a minute. You'll quit because you like made like an obvious death.
For the most part, you can kind of tell if the more you run a game, you kind of have a good feel if you're ahead or behind.
Right. I think the funnest way to run is against your balanced PB, which it takes your golds, your average, and your PB, and kind of makes like a time that is equal to your PB, but so that your splits, like, you're not competing against like, oh, last PB I got a gold split.
If you want a really good, if you're just feeling bad about your runs or whatever, you just run against some of worst. Makes you feel really good about yourself and have like a 30-minute PB.
Yeah.
Feels like it anyway.
So I did just look at his PB. I by accident clicked on this fight in his PB. I'll actually be able to tell everyone if he's ahead or not, because he's had some clean kingdoms. Is JKB a world ahead? I think so right now. Their PBs are also 20 minutes apart, so only being a world behind, or I guess a world and a bit, because he's on Seaside still, is actually still fine. Like, they're both on good pace. Okay, so JKB's about 30 seconds ahead of his PB right now. Yeah, he's almost exactly 30 seconds ahead of his PB going into Bowser's. Which means absolutely nothing because it's Bowser's Kingdom. Because this is the hardest section of the game. It is extremely precise. There's very little variance outside of your own movement and a few spinies.
Mutter getting really difficult triple jump onto that ledge and getting that moon. It'd be really cool if we could see 2 PBs in this race. That would be amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it is possible. Like, for both these runners, I think. Odyssey is crazy good, man. It's like one of the best video games ever made. No exaggeration. Bowser's Kingdom has like so much that can go wrong. Like so many bonds. Like you lose one of your captured monsters, you just sit in there for a few seconds waiting for them to respawn. Oh, okay. I was curious to see which extra moon he's going for. Some people have been skipping the glory hole moon. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that name. I just realized. Whoops. Either way, there's two additional moons. You need to get 2 additional moons, and there's like 4 decent options. Like 2 that are like used commonly, and then 2 that I've seen like here or there. There's a really cool one where you take that Pokio all the way up, and then you do the same capture trick that you do in Metro. Oh no! Oh! Well, that's what we meant when we said that this kingdom lots can go wrong. Oh no. For $100, you can get like an insanely good graphics card or SD card. Like you get the Switch can actually, I think, take SD cards that don't exist yet, like up to 4 terabytes, but those don't actually exist yet. They're just future proofed.
You still might be able to PB.
He might. Yeah, I have his PB. I have it set to when he when the line finishes on Moon Kingdom, but he could still PB. It's not dead yet. I don't think he had a good Bowser. He had an awful Mecha Brutal fight from what I saw. Mario? Thank you.
Yeah, I haven't seen that happen before.
I love how Topper starts with just 3 hats in this. Oh no, he lost Topper. Oh no, he found Topper. Oh no, he lost him again. Oh no, it's off the rails. He's panicking.
He's good.
He's good. He's just... That was a little scary. I think he's on 1 HP though, and then you don't get a health refill, do you? No.
No, you don't. So that's gonna be...
Oh, he's grabbing the checkpoint for the health refill. Smart.
That's actually really smart to not grab that until after it, and then if you grab it if you need the help for it.
Well, it's faster to not grab it because you can sequence break and do a triple jump. So try to predict where Harriet would go. Only bunny whose name matters is Harriet.
You can see Mutter on the right here now in Luncheon Kingdom.
Doesn't seem to be having that much trouble based on where he is. He got over the hard jump, the one at the very start. So JTB has like 4 minutes to do the final courtyard and boss fight to stay on PB pace, which is actually like way more than enough. So
Nice fight by Mutter.
yeah. Spiney's getting in the way. Like we said, Spiney's are the worst. You can't kill them because, like, they've Spinies, so you can't jump on them, which is your only mode of attack other than the tap. And they are hats. If you really want to get deep into it, they are basically just hat creatures. Also, this is my favorite section of the game, which is Tokyo Climb here. I kind of wish it was longer, honestly. It's so much fun to do that. So he has like 3 minutes to beat this to stay on PB pace, which the average fight. How long would you say the average fight here takes?
If we do it probably good, maybe a minute and a half.
Okay, so he's doing the bot strat. That's not bad. Oh, he's up. So in his PB, he didn't get up. Oh, he actually landed on top there. That's pretty. Oh no! It's now we're waiting on RNG for the Pokios. Or not? He's just gonna try to climb up? No, that's very difficult. I would not recommend that. Yeah, you want to grab a Pokio and then climb up the vents. Yeah, like that.
That was a pretty fast
recovery, yeah.
Yeah, recovery from that.
He dropped a Pokio like right away, so that made it a lot easier. So now he's up here. So this is the part that's like easy, quote unquote. So the problem with this game is there isn't a gravity mechanic like in Galaxy. So if you're used to Galaxy, you're used to sticking onto large objects. You don't do that in this game. He's trying to get his camera so he can actually do this. Also, if you wait too long on top, that happens, and you get rejected from the machine. Oh.
Having some trouble with this fight, which definitely can cause some problems.
Oh my gosh. This fight is always like crazy.
It's always, yeah, especially if you're on PB pace.
Oh wow, he actually got the quick hit there while he was still spinning. He didn't have to wait for another cycle.
I feel like he's still on PB pace, because I feel like that wasn't 4 minutes.
As long as the Odyssey flies away before 105. So I don't remember how long this cutscene is, plus the level selection. So that's how long he has.
It's about a minute then.
Yeah, this fight is amazing. It's actually a super well designed casual and speedrun boss fight. There's so many like ways to tackle that boss, and like they're not obvious at first, but they're all intentional. Like getting up there is intentional. Not the way that we do it in the first phase, but getting up there in the second and third phase is.
This is gonna be very, very close for Thejkb.
Oh, what? Where's he going? He didn't get the moon!
Oh, why doesn't he just get the moon behind the Odyssey?
Is there a moon behind the Odyssey?
Yeah.
Oh. I would just get the shop moon. Does he have 100? He forgot. Yeah, he forgot to get this. I pointed out, but I thought he had gotten another moon. This is... Oh, man. Oh, he was so on PB pace. Oh, at least, I mean, he's still in the lead in this race, but jeez. Ground pounds to mercilessly kill that. Oh my. Not happy about that.
He said in chat that death made him forget about that.
Oh no.
You know, I believe there is a moon that's right behind the Odyssey that's very fast. That I wonder if he forgot about that one too.
I mean, I didn't know about that one. Are you sure it's active in main game? Are you sure it's not post game?
Because I've seen people, I've seen routes where they got it before.
Oh, okay. Oh. Darn, that is a rough thing to forget.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Yeah, it was an older route, but it still would have been a lot faster to do that than the other one. Yeah, I still think he's on pace for like a 112 or a 113 though. Just still a really solid time.
Yeah, I mean, he's still going to get a great time. It's just not great. He was on PB pace then.
And Mutter just has the meat star left to get, or multi-moon.
Oh, recovers. There we go. First try moon skip. Definitely no mistakes.
Yeah, nice skip by Thejkb.
Yay!
Yet again, Mario is here to save the day.
Doing a double jump there for no reason.
Interesting that Mario decides to always rescue Peach when you could have Pauline just whenever he wants.
Oh, that was a little worrisome there. Okay, one more phase for Bowser. Okay, and last hit. And Thejkb put it on the suede in that fight. Okay, so final sequence of the game, which is the Honeyloom Ridge escape sequence. Essentially, it's just gauntlet where you play as Bowser at the very end of the game.
Wonder if this is the throwback to Bowser's Inside Story, where he basically plays Bowser for most of the game.
Well, it's possibly a throwback to the entire Mario RPG series where Bowser's a good guy where Bowser's always a good guy.
That too.
Yeah. But I wouldn't be so, like it's just kind of like an he's going for it. Oh. That was a little scary there. Don't die.
Yeah, so this won't be a PB. You're gonna miss a PB by about a minute, a little more than a minute. Which should be really
Still,
solid.
Yeah, still a great run. One of these days, we'll see somebody hit that too many times and actually break it. So yeah, the trick to this is you need to hit each of these pillars 5 times. So to prevent the game from going into the final phase too quickly, we damage one of the blocks and then go and do all the other blocks. And then we're going to shoot one more. We have to be careful because some of these blocks instantly disappear when you enter this part of the fight. And if you're on one of those blocks, there's no recovery because they are gone. You have nothing to jump off of. They just go away. So we've seen a few runs die during this final section. And there it is, JKB with a time of 1:12.21.
Definitely a really solid time. JKB, if you want to hop in for an interview, just hop into Discord.
GG. Now, because this race started late, I might only have time to interview the one runner and have to run, because of the late start.
No problem. I don't have anywhere to go. I can definitely stick around.
Yeah, I was answer this because I knew that 11 a.m. might not have a lot of people, but I actually should be leaving in about 10 minutes. But thank you everyone for watching. Don't forget to follow the runners.
Yeah, make sure you follow the runners. If you want to be memes and follow the commentators, go right ahead. But I wouldn't recommend it, at least for me. I'm not sure about.
I don't even run Odyssey. Well, that's not true. I do, just not on stream because webcam. I don't stream. I used to, and then I was like, I don't know. I also have a wrist issue, so I can't actually play this game well enough. Hey, he got the moon. Is he listening to us?
He might be.
Yeah, so JTB also has to run, so I feel less bad. I guess. I'm tired. I'm still recovering from what I did over the week, over the last 2 weeks. Oh my.
Okay, well, that was a really solid run for JKB. You know, definitely check him out. I think he definitely has some. You know, if he sticks around with Odyssey, I think he definitely has potential to get a sub 110 very soon.
Oh yeah, he was on pace for this in this run, so I mean, it's crazy though, because right now, like right now we've got like how many people, like the top one to get into the top 100 of this game requires you to get a 113. Like sorry, a sub 113 basically. Like you got like a little bit of leeway, but this game is nuts. The people in this is so many good runners.
Yeah, definitely it'll be really interesting to see some of the races in the bracket stage, you know, especially at the higher end of it.
I think what I want to see is this leaderboard, but then call all the like people who only did one run like a month ago, like when the game first came out. Like I don't want to erase them from the leaderboard. I want to see a leaderboard without those runs.
Oh, I are you saying? Yeah.
Yeah. So, like I don't want them gone forever. That's not fair. That's mean. There are some people with really good times that only submitted like a month ago, but I'd love to see people who, like all the people who are active. Like, look, there's so many todays. Like somebody got a Fort Bayleaf got a 108 today. Little Curbs got a 110 today. Like, this game is insane. Tones Ballone's got a 110 today. This game is nuts.
Yeah, I knew a lot of if you follow the Mario series at all, as far as like, you know, top runners, a lot of people thought that Valu was just gonna run away with this world record, but you know, there's a lot of runners that are competing for it. It's not just Valu, so.
Well, yeah, there's Samurai Man, who has a world record in SMS. There's Awabi, who's like an amazing Japanese runner. Probably, in my opinion, the best runner. Like, that is 100% my opinion. That he's the best runner of this game right now. I think he's also a Sunshine runner. Oh, he runs a lot of games, actually. He runs Kingdom Hearts.
And I don't know if this is true, but I heard that Cheese 05, the world record holder for SM64, might be running this game eventually as well. So
nice. Oh yeah,
definitely a lot of top runners from those different 3D Marios, you know.
Yeah, I mean, and runners from Zeldas. I mean, that's where I just looked at Awabi's. I thought that he was a Mario runner, but he's actually more known for Zelda Majora's Mask 3D, where he has first place in all masks in any percent, and second place in 100 in glitchless. So, tons of runs, tons of good runners from all across the speedrunning community.
Yeah, it would be kind of interesting if there was a way to kind of, you know, have like some of the top games from all the different kind of, like, you know, major speedrun communities kind of in one kind of, you know, kind of like tournament or something, you know, so you can kind of see. I don't know.
Well, I don't think that's fair.
Cool in my opinion.
I think it would be like to see like grab runners who've only like, let's see what happens when ZFG tries to play Odyssey. And then that's kind of what you're going for. Like, let's get ZFG to play Odyssey, Valu to play Ocarina of Time, and somebody to play Link's Past. Zelda plays like.
Not necessarily that, but like just to have like all like the different kind of communities kind of together in one kind of like tournament.
Well, that's kind of what what we're doing is. Yeah. Well, thank you everyone for watching. It's been
thank you very much.
I will go. Lots of Yoshi will finish out for you guys, but I actually have to run and catch a bus. So again, thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful day.
See ya. Yeah, so right now, Mueller is in Bowser's Kingdom facing the Copper fight. I don't actually know, because there's no timer right now. I'm not actually sure if what time he is or what time he's on PB pace right now. But as far as I know, I think he is. Nice topper fight by Mutter. Going on to the second phase of this area with the Harriet fight. Another thing, if you want to see a replays of any of these races, you can check out either the VODs on Speed Gaming, or you can check out their YouTube channel as well if you want to see more Mario or Zelda or whatever other games are going on. You want to see the schedule that's going on, if you put someone could put the exclamation mark schedule, as you can see what different races are going on across the 4 Speed Gaming Twitch channels. If you like Zelda, there's a lot of Zelda 1 and Link to the Past randomizer races that on tournaments that are going on. If you like Mario, there's this tournament. There's a lot more races for this, and there's also a Super Mario 64 tournament that's in progress as well. There might be some of the races going on today. I think there's also a lot more Super Mario Odyssey races today. There's a whole bunch. Yeah, there's actually one going on. There's a four-way race going on Speed Gaming, and then there's one at 1 Eastern, 3 Eastern, 6:30, 7, and 9 and 10 Eastern. So basically, there's Super Mario Odyssey all day today. So if you're a fan of this game, you're in luck. I don't know what channels each of those respective races are going to be on, but there's definitely follow all four of the Speed Gaming 2, Speed Gaming 3, Speed Gaming 4. Stay informed with all the races that are going on. Yeah, now Mutter is onto the robot brutal fight. Taking a little bit slower path using the Popio to beat some of the brutals and poke, literally poke them. It appears that Mutter has defeated the robot. So now all he has left to do is Moon Kingdom. Let's get some hype for Mutter's last few minutes of the run. So this can be a PV. Are you familiar with his TV run goodies are? Now we're on to the last kingdom, which is Moon Kingdom. We saw Thejkb finish pretty well. Let's see if Mutter goes for Moon Skip. Oh no! He's having a little bit of trouble with Moon Skip. A little bit of trouble with the second wall jump off the left ledge. It looks like he got it. Now on to face Big Bad Bowser. Looks like he's on the last phase. This fight, grabbing the hat, oh no, Bowser moving away. Looks like a couple jumps. Nice job with that fight. Now we're gonna go on to the part where we actually capture Bowser and finish the run. About 3 to 4 minutes left, well, 2 to 4 minutes, depending on the runners. Oh no, he went for 2D skip and ended up dying. It's a real bummer. Yeah, I believe that's what's next on Speed Gaming 3 is a huge Resident Evil marathon. About 7 hours, I believe, roughly. So if anyone's interested in that, stick around. I'm gonna try this 2D section again. There he goes. He got for the 2D section. Now he's on to the last part of this game where you have to break these pillars and then break the middle part of it. And then you're going to go on a wire. And then once you kind of get going on that wire, that's when time ends and the run ends. So look, has a little less than a minute left to go in this run. And then if you're listening, Thunder, you want to come in for a very, very quick interview because we got something going on in about 10-15 minutes. But if you about time for about 3 to 5 minutes, ask you a couple questions. That's what your run was. GG. No, he's not. So, Mutter, if you want to go and drop in the Discord, right ahead. $135.02 by Mutter. As far as I know, he does not have a capture card. Good race by both of the runners. Yeah, if you want to hop in the Discord really fast, just go in the waiting room and then I'll move you in. Congrats to both the runners. Make sure you follow both of the runners. Someone could put exclamation R in the chat. Yeah, I think you did very well for, you know, kind of your first kind of time doing through this. Congrats to both of you. I think that we have, do we have time or do we not have time? I think if we have time, if you want to hop in very, very fast. Oh, you don't want to interview? Okay. Looks like Mutter does not want an interview, so that's going to be it from me. You know, thanks to both of the runners. Thanks to Zelness. I don't know. Sorry, I'm probably butchering his name. For the commentary. You know, if you want more Super Mario Odyssey, there will be tons of runs across the 4 different runs, 4 different channels. There's one actually going on right now on Speed Gaming. If you're interested in what's up next on Speed Gaming 3 is Resident Evil. So if you're interested in that, stick around. But as for me, I gotta head out. See y'all next time.